Hello, my peoples. It's me again. Uh, it's been a while. It's been a while since I did some videos. I must be honest. I was going through a lot of changes. Even me, I suppose, like I always explain in my videos. I'm also learning every day about who I am, about what I am. I'm also allowing every day, and every day there is change, and as a human being, we are not very accustomed to change. We like things that are constant. So when there's a change, it can rattle you a little bit, or you would need some time to reflect, to go back to yourself and reflect, which to some extent, to be honest, is what I've been doing. And also, yeah, re-interfacing with life, all the developments in my life. That's what's been going on. So again, I will tell you, as I always tell you, the reason I do these videos is because I love you big time, and it is because I know that you are me and I am you, in a manner that it is not easy to explain in words. Okay. The other thing that I realized is that every time I was doing videos and whenever I write, I'm always trying to explain something that, to be honest, it takes more than just understanding to grasp. Okay? So I suppose it is fine the way I have been doing it, and I'm just doing it based on what is the moment. Okay? It is not something that I sit and plan and think how I'm gonna say it. I allow for the moment, to allow for what I'm trying to say to come out as honest as it can. Okay, so I want to say to you, there is a narrative, okay, and that is I suppose it's in religion, in folklore, in everything, about the earth, about the human being. That has to do with a human being being created by God or other beings, or whichever your belief system says. And there is a narrative that says there is other beings that are higher, your angels or whatever, or ancestors, that there is a world or a dimension that we did not see. Okay, it doesn't matter for me, it doesn't matter if you are looking at it from a religious point of view, from folklore, from ancestors, whichever way you are looking at it. The fact is, there is a narrative like that. Okay, there is a narrative that has, or various narratives that explain a lot of what happened, or how a human being ended up being here. And most, to be honest, or some are a little bit negative, and tend to paint a human being as a negative thing, as not as something that is pure and beautiful and bright. So I suppose as human beings we carry that, somewhere in us. We move around in our subconscious or wherever. It's something you are told and you see everywhere that tells you there's wrong, there's right. You are always doing wrong, right. You are fighting yourself, the things you want to do, because somehow it is written or somebody said that it was wrong or right. Those kind of things. And what I have learned is to live now. Let me start there first. Okay, to live now, and to acknowledge that I don't know. Okay, and to love myself, and to stop fighting myself, and to stop being told what I am, what I am not, because I find that tends to mess with you. You are busy resisting what is your flow. So yes, that's what I would say. I did that. Or again, it's a process. Even me, as I told you in the beginning, I'm also working on it. Okay, but what I want to tell you is that this place, this this earth, this reality or whatever, however you look at it, it is so beautiful, like magical, by far than anything that a normal society says. It is not rigid. There is nothing that is it. Let's put it that way. That is just rigid, No. And it is true, that narrative that there is other beings or your ancestors or I don't know, your angels, some part that you don't see that exists, that a human being doesn't see, but that part interacts with a human being. Okay, so why I was explaining that is that in the same narratives and same stories, it is said that there will be a time somewhere in the future of all those folklores, religion, whoever those people that were writing then, where that part that you are not seeing, is going to be much closer to your reality, to this realm, to a point where it is like merging. Okay, the part you are calling heaven or the ancestors, I don't know what you want to call it. Okay, it becomes close to where we are. Okay, or we become close to where that part is. Either way. Okay, now I suppose I will explain a little bit from Christianity because that's what I was exposed to. It says there will be a rapture. There will be the veil. A veil will be removed. And what I find also with those books and the information in religious books, in folklore, in a lot of books, is that there is a lot of truth. Okay, that is divine or sacred, that has been mixed with human history, okay, or human behavior based on what the people then behaved like or believed in. So now you tend to, if you are me, where I come from, when I listen to some of the things, I tend to think, this is not, it doesn't resonate with me. But what I have realized now is that yes, there is a lot that don't resonate with me, but it doesn't mean that inside the whole information there is no truth. There is a part of it that is true, like what I'm saying to you, that when they say to you that there will be a time where reality or humanity will change, from where I'm sitting, I'm saying to you that is true. It is not it's not something I prove to you or what, and from where I'm sitting, it's difficult for me to see that you don't know that or you don't notice that. Hence I always say you need to slow down. You need to slow down. You need to spend time and meditate and go within you. I know it sounds, I don't know, like, if a person say to you, hey, you need to go within yourself, in the beginning, if you are not used to the idea, it sounds like, what are you talking about? Where must I go? Because we are taught, or as a human being, our society does not live like that. It's not a general thing. It's like inside you there's just organs and all that. Okay, but believe me, that's why there's meditation. That's why there's people dedicated. There's monks. That's why there's prayer. That's why there's all those things. All those things have to do with talking to the part of you that is within you. And again, as I always say in my videos, which part of you is within you? In all the stories where they tell to you that how your human being was created, they always say that a human being was created by putting God or the spark of God or the magic that you are inside this body. So when you are going there, you are going to the sacred part of you. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, I'm trying to. Firstly, again, I've come to another understanding and realization that the things I talk about, not everybody will get. Okay. As much as I send everyone love, and I really, as far as I'm concerned, may everybody understand and may everybody get the opportunity to live on an earth that is alive, that is loving, to know that they are loved, to know that they are loved by everything, to know that they create this reality and they have power over their own lives and what we live. Okay, I want that 100% for everyone, but I've come to to realize that it's not everybody who is ready to hear some of the things I'm talking about, even as much as I'm trying to explain them in a soft manner and yeah, if there's a way to say technical, not try and be technical and all that. Yeah, this is why I'm always telling you, even if you don't get what I'm saying, what I'm asking you is to love yourself, like really, like big time, to make that thing within you to be happy, to not beat yourself up, to not try and be like whatever the standard of society of a human being, or a girl or a boy or a man or a woman. Don't try and be that. Forget about all that. Be that thing that is coming out of you, that you feel, the thing that you feel joyous when you are doing this or whatever. Do that. Be honest with yourself, and let go of pain and grudges, all those things that is inside. This is also part of the reason of meditation. It helps you to deal with a lot of things that is within you that are not always all of them your fault. Do not see things as it's my fault, this. Delete that also. Delete this thing of blaming yourself. No, it is the place we are at. The environment and the energy of it is very challenging. It can be challenging to any being to have to manage what we live. Being told you are this and feeling like this and having all that fight of all your energies is a lot. So never judge yourself. Always, and again, always live now. Always live now. What happened in the morning or whenever in the day, it happened. It doesn't mean now you must carry it and it must ruin the now going forward. Because your gift is you are given every moment you got. It is all yours. It is up to you how you view it. It is up to you how you live it. And again, I have to make a disclaimer. I'm not telling you this because even me, I don't go through that. No, it happens. But what I've learned is I get to a point where I allow for that energy, whatever, if I feel negative, I allow for it to move through me and to move forward. Because I accept that it is not me. Because me, I'm a joyous being. I'm love, I'm happy, I'm everything, abundance, whatever you want to name it. Why? Because God lives in me. And if you don't believe in God, and I'm more of a science person, I challenge you, go and read about quantum physics, quantum biology, where things are now, the connection between your mind, the consciousness, and reality, and your heart and emotions, the energy you carry. Go and read all the things of the secret. A lot of people, well-learned people that are studying things like that, explain that. Even go and read about the electric universe. Okay, if that works better for you. But it doesn't matter which angle you are approaching it from. It is the same thing. It is saying that whatever we are living is what is within us. The same way, like religion says, that everything is God. And how did you become human? By God being inside you. So if everything is God and God is inside you, where is everything? Inside you. This is why you need to manage the inside of you. The outside is a reflection. However, it may seem or want to seem like it is the real thing. It is just a reflection. Me, I come from a African culture, so maybe that also helps a bit, because in my culture we believe in ancestors, and as much as we were being taught Christianity, and in my culture your ancestors live through you, so for me it's not a difficult thing to believe that my ancestors lived through me. And if I say my father or my grandfather passed away and I said they went to heaven, that means I'm saying that heaven is living within me, because they are living within me. Anyway, again, I know also that the whole thing is by far more complex than maybe what even my mind grasps. Actually, that excites me, because it tells me that I have a lot to look forward to that is going to unravel more than even the bit that I know. That is amazing. I'm looking forward to it. What I learned is that the minute you stop fearing the unknown or whatever you think is dead, the more or beautiful and magical it becomes. It becomes like kids' stories with those gardens with, I don't know what you call it, angels and fairies, all that. That's what it becomes, the minute you stop fearing it. And also, the minute you realize the power of the things you allow to enter your mind frame, or to enter your conscious or subconscious, And what I mean by that is things we read, you watch, what you listen to, things like that. The minute you realize how powerful those things are in life, you start paying more attention to what you watch, what you read, all those things. And secondly, what you do then is you start putting you before all those things. You start realizing that nothing comes from outside that you are told, and it's just sacred. That's it. You don't have a right to put it through you. But what do they call it? Discernment. You have a right to discern everything. But again, the being you are, it has a conscious and a subconscious. And the same way they do advertising, they study that, and they know how to bypass that part that is doing the discernment. So there's a lot of things that can bypass your conscious and go to your subconscious. And those things are powerful, because they determine how you view reality, meaning they determine your reality. That is powerful, and something that I don't know how many times I can say it to you. It is extremely important. You are what you believe, all those things. It's like programming, like a computer, So please, let the things that you are watching feed you life. Let the things that you are allowing into you feed you life. By what I mean by that, let them make you believe in life. Let them make you believe that life is good, is going in a positive direction. Why do you want to feed yourself things that are feeding you death? Your whole being is swamped in death, in worry. Everything is wrong. It's like news. I don't get it. It is okay to know what is going on, but it don't make a difference if you know in Japan or wherever, and you are in another continent, and they show you people shooting and whatever. All it's doing is just putting that distress in you. It is not about you not being sympathetic and all that. No. Send love everywhere, every day, all the time. Be love, so that love flows everywhere. But you don't have to keep learning that, hey, what happened there, all that, follow the whole world now is on some a depression. No, it's important. And that has to do with us being energy, something I'm always explaining. So the energy we hold is what becomes. And another thing that I saw which helps if you want to go and research it is go and research what happens to water when they say certain words to it. Love, joy, or hate, or whatever. When they put that energy to the word, go and check what happens and research that. And then remember that you are 60-70% water. So every time you are putting all those things, this is what you are doing to your whole being. You are taking it out of resonance with harmony. Why? Because you want to watch news, because the movie is nice. Even a movie, because your whole being cannot tell that it's just a movie. Whatever you are exposing it to, it's real. This is why you enjoy it, because you get scared and all those things that you go through. To you, it's entertainment. To your being, it's real. It's the same as if it is happening. And whatever you feed your being, it will feed you that. So if you feed it all those things, what will come out of your life or it will be that. You will get addicted to that. And this is what you make your life. And if you don't believe me, then you tell me why there's such a huge budget for advertising. If things that are put to you don't become real. And you tell me why also so many movies or whatever of the future, things tend to end up being the way the movie showed it. It's not only because, I don't know, I'm not saying it's impossible, it's probably possible. Actually, I think it is, that you would know things from the future. But it's not only because of that. It is because whatever I implant, if the whole believes it, this is what becomes. Anyway, I love you big time. Big time, big time, big time. It's the only reason I'm making the videos, or I try and share with you. And I want to say to you, this thing of I don't know, awareness, there's a lot of buzzwords: awareness, awakening, ascension, you whichever what you want to call it. It's not a buzzword. It's real, and it's happening, and I don't want you to beat yourself up or anything, but I want you to just step back a little bit and slow down and ask that is within you to show you, to give you a glimpse of what you are, and see if you don't fall over. Wow. Like I say, there is no words. The words are a tool of what I'm trying to explain to you. So they are a product of that. They don't have the capacity to explain it. Because it comes before the words. That's why you need your heart, your energy. You need a lot of things that you need to put together so that they work as one, and then you become whole. Which is the opportunity you have now, and you are being given, and you have all the support to get that right. But you are a sovereign being. You have to be the one that asks that which is within you, that this is what you want. No, it's not that it's forced on you or anything, but reality and realm moves and changes accordingly. and you will have to adapt to it. And it is better if you are in flow than if you are being dragged along. Yeah, man. Wow. I love you. I cannot say that enough. I love you. I'm not the type of guy who will do videos and all that, but I'm doing this because it's important and because I love you, and I believe you deserve at least the opportunity to hear this. Like I say, it don't mean that you're gonna do anything about it, and I'm not forcing anyone to do anything about it, because we are all sovereign beings. If I say you must love yourself, at the end of the day, it's still your choice. And what I'm trying to share with you is not something that you understand. It is something you become. It is beyond. If you try and analyze so much that you want to analyze and understand everything, you won't get it. This is why the first thing I said is you need to firstly accept that you don't know. So yes, you are studying and reading to try and get perspective, and you are giving yourself a right to question and discern everything you are reading. But at the end of the day, you are allowing for something more to put all these things you are reading together. That thing you are allowing is you, is the thing in here. And I promise you, it will happen. And it's not a step by step. Some people, when I talk to them, they ask me, hey, what must I do? It doesn't work like that. Everybody, you have your own way, because you are you. Just like you're an individual now, your whole being in here has individuality. As much as at the end of the day, what is inside you and what is inside me is the same thing. But it has its own way. Just like what is inside me has its own way. But at the end of the day, we are all deriving from the same thing. Being, God, whatever you want to call it. Energy. This is me, normally that's what I prefer. Yeah, man. Love always. Be a child. Yeah, be a child. Look at the world as a child. Look at reality like a child. Allow for miracles, for the unknown. Do not be set like a computer. You are not a computer. But yes, you are programmable. But you are not a computer. You have a soul. You are alive. You are by far more powerful. You are in control of the programming. You are a computer that programs itself. You are not a computer that somebody or something comes and programs. But what you are doing a lot of the time is you are allowing yourself to be used like a computer that something outside of you is programming. And you are now believing that thing more than you. This is a simple example. If something outside says you are sick, you believe it. And the sickness becomes alive.